Sorry about that, guys. Ran out of memory, so I had to reload again. So as I was saying, this particular mini album is a pocket mini album, and there's heaps of pockets throughout it pretty much. So this is the first pocket here that I've made it to accommodate this first tag that I have mentioned. Has this birdie and the bird nest on there, laid with lots of laces and hessian, and stamped with the Paris stamps here, and just tie some seam binding at the very top here. The other side, I've the tag, before I embellished everything, I had went over it with vintage photos and walnut stain, and then I sprayed a mist that I made out of Elim Gold Perfect Pearls and some water in a mini mister, and just sprayed it, and it gave it this sort of like distressed sort of look. Really, really lovely. So that's the first tag. The second tag has got beautiful laces on there, an Eiffel Tower, and some little appliques that look like a little bush and stuff like that. Just frames the Eiffel Tower. Really beautiful. And I stitched this one all the way around on my sewing machine, zigzagged. And the last tag for that page is this beautiful vintage lady on with a boudoir chair, lots of layering of laces and whatnot, and I've just stamped at the back there also. It's really beautiful. That's the third tag. Okay, going on to the next page, I've made this beautiful pocket out of fabric. This is my second pocket that I've fabric pocket that I've incorporated into a mini album. The first one is incorporated into one of my very first original swaps that I have ever done, and my original swap that I have ever done was with Kelly, and she's Creative Kelly from Cali. Hi Kelly. And she has received my mini album, I would say, probably nearly 12 months now maybe. And she, in her mini album, her Shabby Chic mini album that I made for her, I made a beautiful fabric pocket for her, and I try to make something very similar into this one here also. I make things as I go, and I don't even remember how I made Kelly's, and this one here is slightly different. And again, it's a pocket within a pocket also, so I will share with you guys what I mean by the pocket. So this is the front. The basis of my pocket here is made out of calico, like I keep mentioning, and I've used this beautiful vintage image again from Etsy that I've purchased, and laid different laces and doilies and beautiful trims from my stash also. Just want to say hello to Bonnie. Hi Bonnie. I've seen your recent fabric books, and we always message each other and said that we're twins, and we are definitely twins again, because I've made this mini album before. I've seen you make your fabric journals, and you've added tassels on yours, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, Bonnie, we do think alike, and all our projects are very similar in our taste, and the trims and the stuff we find are so similar. So Bonnie is my twin that lives in the US. So oh my goodness, well, I can go a million miles just speaking about Bonnie and the things that we do that are very similar. So I've added this tassel trim onto here also, and then I was so super surprised when I had seen Bonnie done the same thing on one of her fabric books, and I was like, oh Bonnie. So super amazing that we do think alike, Bonnie. So here I've made some fabric flowers with tassels and used this applique to frame it, and some laces at the back here also, and I've just used some velcro to velcro the closure down. Because it holds this particular flap up that opens down like this. So it's very similar to the pocket that I have made for Kelly just nearly over 12 months ago. And here it's just a picture that I have framed, a mother and daughter picture that I have framed using laces and vintage buttons and appliques from my stash. It's so beautiful. And here we have two photo mats that I have used hessian as my base, and then I've just laid some beautiful little pieces of chopped up hard flower doilies here. I've just stamped some more images and added here, some more trinkets from my stash, and some little charms here. That has room for like a little picture in there, or some sort of filigree or cameo, whatever you like to add in there too, Linda. And it has a little crown here also. Let me zoom in. So here's a close-up look of the little filigree there with a charm, little heart charm there, and there's, oops, gone blurred again. So that's just an overall look. And I was able to incorporate pockets on the side here also, so it's got lots and lots of pockets. So a pocket here that holds, this is just one particular page, and this holds 2 tags that I have sprayed with my homemade heirloom gold perfect pearl mixture with a bit of vintage photo and antique linen, and then I have stamped that with the script image by Duck Room Door, as well as the pink paisley, I think Spring Jubilee stamp set. That's got like vintage typewriter there, really beautiful. And on the back here, I've just stamped it again, and this effect here is by spraying with my Glimmer Mist. So it just gives it a really grungy sort of look, which is beautiful. That's as far as I can get with grungy. And that's just a stamp with the image script stamp, and then it's got the bee on it with Be Happy, and again another stamp at the back there. And up here has another pocket also. Whoop, sorry about that, guys, giving you a big headache there. Up here has another pocket, so 2 pockets on the side here, and another pocket at the top here that she can add room for more pictures or journaling, and she can even tuck more in there if Lina wants to also. So this particular pocket is made from 3 different layers of fabric. 2 layers right here, so I can form the pocket here, and 1 layer at the back to hide all the stitchings and stuff like that. And it's all hand stitched together, it's not glued on or anything like that. All the little embellishments are glued on, but to form the basis of my pocket is all stitched by my sewing machine. So another look, photo mats, 2 pockets on the side here like that, and the basis has 3 different layers of fabric on here, and another pocket at the very top here. So that just closes back up like that again. So that's that page. And going on to the back of the pocket, 2 more spaces for photos. Sorry about the glare there. 2 more spaces for photos here, and I've used a darker layer of Hessian. This is the other one's like a light creamy color, and this is slightly darker, and the colors come together really well. So super happy with this. This mini did take me a long time because I was working on it, and then I lose a bit of inspiration. I've left it for a while, and then I've come back again, and it's looking so fabulous. So if things are not looking great, leave it for a while, and then your inspiration will come back and you will be able to complete it. Don't make things when you don't have any inspiration, because they just come out crappy. That's my theory anyways. Or don't do things in a hurry, because I like to take time with my projects. Sometimes when I'm crafting and I'm focused on a particular image in my head of what I want to do, I can complete it then and there. But other times when something is as big as this, you need to take time and plan it really well as you go, because then you will lose interest and not complete it altogether. Hope you guys understand. So Hessian down, and at the back of the Hessian, some of these netting that I have in my stash also to frame the back, and then put this Hessian on top, and I laid with different laces, a little cameo filigree here, and I've just added some heart charms here. I didn't have any heart charms to match this particular filigree, so I used these 2 gold ones. I should have used my alcoholic ink, but I think it's just gold again, so I don't know if there's like a bronze one, not sure. I've got to check up on that. So some more mumbling to myself again, some more appliques from my stash, and I added some bling in the center, some a birdie charm there, and a butterfly charm at the top, and some more fabric stamped on the fabric added there, the word shined, more buttons, and that's that page. Onto this page here. This is a former pocket here using some lace panel that I found off a pillowcase, and I added onto here. Made a flower on the side here that just goes on there like that, and forms a pocket and just holds this little mini booklet that I made out of an envelope. I folded the envelope in half and slit 2 little slit the sides, so that I formed 2 more pockets also in here that holds more room for extra photos and whatnot. So before I show you that, that's just the base of my pocket. I've used this, I've lined everything's pretty much paint, whitewash, and then music note on top, and then I laid with vintage doilies or fabric lace on top of that. So, and it holds this pocket, like I mentioned, made out of an envelope that I folded in half, slit 2 ends, and then made them into pockets themselves also. The front here is another picture of Elsie, and you guys see me use this image numerous times. This is the original image, and then the one that is on my Jaws drop-in box is like another remake, because they've added like the Eiffel Tower and postcode words and stuff like that, but this is the original photo there. Lots of layering and different laces and whatnot on there. And this first pocket just has a cardstock with a little bee on there, and just room for photo or journaling that Linda can add, and it just slides back in there. And then large room in here for 2 more photos, lots of more layerings of laces and all that. And another pocket here that has the typewriter again, and just room for journaling or pictures at the back here also. So that just goes into there. I'll pop that away for now, don't want to take too long. So that's that page. Then going on to the next page, I've made a mini within a mini pretty much. So this is like a little mini in this big mini. So the basis of this mini is not color code. The basis of this mini is made from hessian or burlap, and I've just cut out I think 3 or 4 pieces, no, 2 pieces to form 4 pages, and I sun it down the center and just hot glued the back piece down so it can open like a book pretty much. And I've embellished it with laces, doilies, and lots of yummy goodies, buttons and all that, so it just opens on the side here. I'm not going to go into much detail because it's going to take forever, because it's really chunky, this mini album. That just opens, and then this page here I've left blank, so Linda can add her own personal touch to it if she wants to put more images or put some room for journaling or whatever. I left that up to Linda to complete, so I've only completed 1 page at a time for her. So this particular image, I've just laid lots of laces down, used some buttons that I had in my stash, stamped some more images and some more words and added that onto there. This page is plain again. This page, vintage doilies, vintage doilies, laces from my stash, and it holds these little notes that she can use for journaling with lines on it already, and pictures at the back there. They just tuck in there, and I've added pearls from my stash and pearl trimmings from my stash there also. Really beautiful. And then plain on this side, and this side has bird cage, so she can add a picture there, or that could just be a picture that she could just look at. It's so beautiful. And then the last page, again blank on this side, and then this side just has room for photos, nicely embellished with laces and trimmings and all that. So that's that particular page. That's why I make the mini album really chunky, so it's got lots and lots of pages and stuff like that. So on this page here, more pockets like I mentioned. I've created a big pocket at the back here and another little pocket here, but this particular page I made it in my favorite color tones, which is the pink, peachy pink, and the flesh tones here. Really super gorgeous. So that's that page. I've made lots of handmade roses and flowers here. Gathered this flesh colored ruffle trim on my sewing machine. This image printed online. The pockets hold these little tags and journaling spots for photos, more pictures of Elsie. I'm not sure if this is Elsie here, could be again, but stamp the back of it so she can just put little notes on there also. And the basis of my pocket here is made from just some vintage doily there, and some more vintage napkins at the back there with the beautiful flower applique, as you guys can see at the top there. So that's pretty much some more trims and pearls from my stash. That's that page. And then we're going on to the last page, which is this page here. I've used 2 pieces of lace from my stash to form this corset. It's an eyelet lace trim, and they had these holes in them, so I used it to strung this beautiful pink seam binding that I had in my stash. I think this is actually like a champagne color, and I've strung that to make X's down to form a corset. On the side here, I just have this beautiful vintage dress form that I have used numerous textures on there. I've used like a netting and made like a texture netting on the back, and then I've stamped and embossed it. This particular wing die, let me zoom in. This particular wing die here is by La La Land, and I was able to purchase it in the craft store not far from where I go to sell my vegetables on a Saturday. And I've just die cut that out onto gold embossing, not gold embossing, gold glitter paper, and it just makes it look really, really beautiful. And as you can see, the netting there, and then I heat embossed this with gold embossing powder after I stamped it. So Sorry, my camera doesn't autofocus. I'm always zooming in, zooming out. So I form my pocket there. At the back here, I've just laid this beautiful flesh colored lace from my stash also. And before that, this vintage music sheet paper underneath that. And then I've whitewashed that also. So lots of work into this mini album. And here we have another pocket also. That's the front cover with the birdie. At the back here, it's got this stamp script image by Darkroom Door. I laid some lace, and then I laid this embossed piece of paper that's embossed using the Clockworks embossing folder by Cuttlebug. Some images offline, stamps from the Pink Paisley Jubilee collection there, which has got the word shine on it. And I've inked everything with vintage photos, and that just forms a photo, like a pocket for photo mat. I've used the same Clockworks embossing folder up here also. Darkroom Door stamp image here, and that opens down the bottom like that. So it opens up and flips down. Has a pocket that holds another tag, which I have sprayed with my homemade glimmer mist. And at the front and at the back, added this beautiful little birdcage charm and a key there, and added this little bee stamp there also. Some more stamping there. The same embossed Clockworks here, and just more of the script at the back there. So that's pretty much completes my mini album. And wasn't that a mouthful? Really busy mini album, but I enjoyed making it so much, and it came together so beautifully. I left the last page blank like this because it's becoming too thick and chunky. I didn't want to do any more, or the mini album would be like a crocodile like that. So that is pretty much it. My battery is flashing once again, so that's just a quick overlook, and I hope you guys enjoy my mini album as well as all the goodies that I put together here for Linda, and I hope you do enjoy it also, Linda. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon with more gorgeous projects. Bye bye.